Hey, folks, another episode of the show. Welcome. I'm Joe, and today I have the great fortune. We're talking about a partnership it kind of violates a lot of the things in the educational consulting handbook that says, this stuff works. There's best practice, but you're going to hear some real better practice today. A high school, 345 students, really no campus. They operate in the second floor of a community college. No football field that I know of. No separate building, just classrooms directly above a college cafeteria where freshmen eat lunch with maybe a 40-year-old welding student. That's a real thing. 99% minority enrollment. Probably the same demographic as you look at just economically disadvantaged, but eye-popping results in terms of just overall graduation and transfer success rates. President of Gateway Community College, you've already heard from Amy, Dr. Diaz, one of the top community colleges in the great country we live in. But here's Stacy Boyd, superintendent of Gateway Early College High School, the man running the 100% graduation miracle. Welcome to the show, folks.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
So I
Appreciate
I
it.
need to ask, when you've got like a really important meeting in this partnership because you share a campus, you got a really important meeting. Where does it typically? Is it your office, Amy? Is it your office, Stacy? Where do you
Stacy
go?
and I, we
Where do you
tend to
go?
meet in my office. Yes, we tend to meet here, um, but we could meet anywhere. Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Phone calls, virtual meetings, we make
Lots
it
of that
happen.
going on.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So I'm going to ask a question, and you can jump in anytime, and maybe Amy, you can translate if I didn't ask it perfectly, and Stacy, do the same. I want this thing to be really on point. Stacy, you're superintendent of a public high school, 345 students, 912, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
9 to 12.
Um, you have a floor. You don't have a building. You kind of have a floor.
We have a floor. A
Yeah,
floor and a
you
half.
basically have a floor.
Yep.
You got that's your tabula rasa to do your amazing artwork to get these impressive results that honestly, I don't know if anybody's replicating that. But you're freshmen, you might have a 14-year-old student uh, who walks into the college uh, lobby every morning. They're eating lunch with college students, correct? I mean, this
Yes,
truly is an integration of high school students and college students on the same campus. Did I get that right?
absolutely. You did. You did. And thank you.
And it's
So, yes,
working.
and it's working well. It's working well.
Okay.
It's the
So
idea.
what are some of the against the odds things? You're not pulling from the most prestigious private schools across Arizona. You're pulling Arizona's students into your system, and many of them are struggling academically. But you've
Yes,
you've figured out a game plan. You've figured out a success system many times to pull students that are below grade level and accelerating them, honestly, where they're graduating on time, right? With not only a high school degree. Tell me what else is happening.
they're also receiving associate's degree, AA, AS, AB, in addition to leaving with professional certificates.
Yeah, so
Great opportunity.
basically, they're graduating high school with a certification degree, an AA degree, but also perhaps as a junior walking onto a 4-year campus.
Mhm.
Absolutely. So you're having students who are graduating with a AJAC, which is a transferable abundance of transferable credits to be able to attend any Arizona school. Also with an associate's degree, walking on to a 4-year college as a junior. So great opportunities, financial savings on parents, and the trajectory that puts them on for success, if it's academic success or if it's a career choice success. So it's awesome, awesome.
Amy, I don't track the data probably as close as you do, but recollection that there's about a 40% of students who start a 4-year university are washing out. They never finish.
Mhm.
They rack up debt. They lose time and leave literally with nothing. Uh,
Right.
first generation students is even worse if you just
Mhm.
unpack it and relayer that. That's catastrophic, and there's just enough in the news right now that just is really second guessing those choices for our youngsters, our learners today. What makes you really, really proud of this partnership that you've created as you look at just the landscape of all Arizona and maybe even beyond in terms of just a, a high value opportunity for students?
Well, I think there are lots of reasons to be really proud of our early college high school, but it is that, right? By mission, it's a type of charter high school in the Arizona system, and it's designed to help students gain the skills they need to be successful in college by giving them early college experiences while in high school. So most people might just translate that into you're doing a bunch of dual enrollment. I mean, yes, we are. We have dual enrollment opportunities for the students and concurrent enrollment opportunities for the students, but they themselves are engaging in the college experience while in high school. And in some cases, they're even giving up things that are traditional to high school students that they don't get. They're choosing to come to this type of early college high school, and they're not participating in athletics competitively like they might if they were at a different type of high school. But they're choosing to come here. In some cases, their parents are choosing for them, but they're choosing to come here because of the reputation of the high school and the fact that they know they're going to get all the support they need to finish high school, and they're going to get all the support they need to not only go to college, but earn college credits while in high school.
Stacy, is
And in
that a
many cases,
yeah,
get the associate's degree before they even graduate from high school.
that is absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. Stacy, do you have conversations with prospective parents at times where you have to actually just say you need to make a choice? Traditional high school would be all the, not to say you don't have pet fests and rah-rahs and proms and those types of things, but a lot of parents, they're looking for more of the external, I think, the values of high quality education. And are you having to say you kind of you do need to make a choice here?
Well, that's
Y-
an interesting question. As a superintendent, I don't get the hands-on as often as I used to as the principal.
Sure.
However, we do have generational families who have attended and trust because I was the former principal of Gateway Early College High School, and I'm able to have those conversations to remind them of what our what the expectation, what our goals are, and why they would want to attend a early college high school or this particular one in place of the traditional high school. But as Amy mentioned, there are so many things that you have to give up in order to come. The rigor is high.
Mhm.
We get approximately 49% of the students within the community and having to support them as they transition through. And sometimes the expectations are not the same. You have traditional elementary and middle schools here in the community who have a different homework policy. They spend more times with their families, so their academic progress is done at school. Whereas you transition to this environment, the rigor goes up tremendously. You're looking at 45 minutes to an hour of homework per subject. So being able to
Per night.
understand that and
Per
per
night.
per night, thank you.
Mhm. Yeah.
And
Wow.
being able to
Wow. Wow.
understand that and to help support students with time management and that support is something that we had to recognize in order to help our students become successful in our environment.
What is nearly unbelievable, I trust you, but there's this disbelief where you can have 100% graduation for students that are coming on campus, and then this is fully leveled up from any of their experience that they've had before. So you've just said, now this is the standard. And after
Yes.
experiencing that a while, parents and students alike, they might just kind of reach this. I don't know if this is that as fun as we thought it was going to be. That wrestling match of rigor that you're providing and actually expecting, I'm amazed that you don't have some of the wrong students just washing out saying, "I don't wanna work that hard."
Right. Well, there's a couple pathways. You have the general graduate requirement, and we understand that. However, at the same time, we're going to expose you to college courses as early as your second semester freshman year. and it's an ease into it. And one of our FYE courses that is offered through the college helps students into that transitional mode, understanding what the expectations are, exploring in the college and career. And when you begin to do those things and engage with students, and they know that you care about them, and then you put
Mm.
those pieces in place to help support their academic success, their social success, or social emotional success, I should say now. Those are the things that students and parents appreciate, and that's what they appreciate when they come here to the early college high school. We have caring teachers who are willing to some systems in place to help and support you, and that is again the piece that I think that Amy and I work best at is providing those types of resources and understanding of what you're getting yourselves into. Dr. Diaz has also given me the opportunity and provides the place where I can ask those questions to our entire staff or the higher level ends of the staff, and VPs and deans. And I let them know where we're struggling and where we need their support. So she's definitely giving me that platform and allow me to express needs or ask for that help. So I think that that helps tremendously in the encompassing the whole model of the early college, high school.
Again, let me connect the dots. I mean, you've got
Yes,
four-year universities graduating at about 62% overall. And that's over 6 years. That's the new trend. It's 62% graduation rate over 6 years. Um, I was an accelerated student. I did it in five. So just to brag a little bit. Um, but Gateway graduates about 95% of high schoolers with associate's degrees in four years.
in 4 years,
The
yes.
Yeah,
percentage changes from year to year. I think we're trying to ramp back up. So 100% high school graduation rate.
correct.
Um,
But the other 2 years,
college college graduation rate while in high school might be closer to 50%, but the way that we and I'm just basing it on numbers that are actual numbers right now, but it fluctuates from year to year, right? So it's not the same percentage necessarily every year because the students can opt out of taking some college courses, concurrent college courses. They don't have to take as many as
sure.
their friend might be taking, for example. It kind of gets tailored to the student and what they can handle and what they want to be to what they want to do. But some of the students, well, the way I characterize it is every single Gateway Early College High School student graduates with a college transcript. For the most
Yes.
part, they're going to walk away from us with at least 12 credits. Even the student didn't who chose to take maybe 1 course a year each year, right? That's 12 credits, 3, 3, 3, 3.
Yep.
That's the minimalist student, Gateway Early College High School student earning the minimal amount of credits, college credits while in high school. They have the opportunity to take as many credits as earning a full associate's degree. And we run the gamut. We've got some of everybody, right? We've got some students who get like 30 credits in their 4 years. So they have half of their associate's degree done by the time they graduate high school, but they don't have the whole associate's degree done. But our kind of eye on the prize on behalf of them is to continue to increase the number of high school students who want to earn an associate's degree to be able to do so as they're graduating from high school.
Got it.
And I
Got
say,
it.
thanks, Stacy, we're around
Well
50%,
articulated, well
right? We're
articulated.
around 50%, I think, from last year.
Yes.
About
Which is,
half of the
yeah,
students.
well above the national average. And you look at just higher education's, it's probably a $500 billion completion crisis that we have. We just have just so much squandering of resource and
Well,
learner time.
and the students didn't pay.
Wow.
The high school pays their tuition on behalf of them.
Wait a
That's
second.
the other part of the model that's really exciting is the
Yes.
financial part.
You're paying for college, Stacy?
So we
Wait, we
we
need to get that. You're paying for
yeah,
college.
we pay for their college tuition. Yes, we do.
That is amazing. Yeah, no wonder why 100% are doing what they do. So, class of 2025, it seems like just such a distant memory, or maybe 2024. You've got exceptional students in your nearly 50 graduates. Are you full? Are you continuing to grow? Are you capped off?
We're full to the capacity of the space in which we have. Yes,
That's what
absolutely.
my wonder
Yes,
is. Do you
yes,
have the capacity? All right. Do you have to turn
yes.
students away?
At times, we do have a waiting list.
Okay. That's a powerful thing. That says you're
Yes,
in demand, and doggone it, you're profitable because 0 means 0, like debt for students,
yes.
which is you've got an operating model that you've figured out how to work on the inside as well. But think of a student, and I always love the overcomer story. Somebody that came in once upon a time probably never to succeed in much of anything. Is there a student that just comes to mind right now, a profile of a student that comes to you that just needs a lot of work, coming from a ton of struggle, and really they're just bright shining stars just a few years later as they commence across that stage? Share a proud moment. Share a story.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I can tell you we have, I'm going to speak on one student. As a freshman, his mother enrolled him into the school in which he did not want to participate. Unfortunately, due to their culture, it's hard for the mom to force that. So at times, mom would have to contact me in order to drive over to the home, pick the student up, and bring them back to campus. That happened often during the first semester,
Mm,
to the point
mm.
where the student began to at least build a relationship with me, and I can talk to him on the phone to get him to walk to campus or at least get into the car with mom. With that being said, on top of that, there was a language barrier. So the student did not want to attend due to the fact that, the content is taught in English, whereas this particular student spoke a different language. So the understanding piece was hard as well. So these are some of the challenges that our students have to go through, some of the challenges that our teachers have to support. By the time that this student was a junior, he not only attended
Mm.
school, carried a grade point average of a 3.47, which was phenomenal. But
Mhm.
again, due to the academic support provided by not only the high school, but also by the college as well. We enrolled his mother into our ELL, our adult ELL program, not only in the high school, but also
Did
part of
this
the community
did the, did
college
the
students.
did the student have to give permission to mom to come on campus, just as she was trying to get son on campus? I mean, that's only fair, isn't it?
Right.
Only fair. It's
Only
only
fair.
fair.
Yeah.
Yes. He then began to participate not only in the school, we had a co-ed soccer team that participated in small tournaments around the state. Ended up getting a full ride scholarship to participate in soccer, which is pretty awesome. In addition to being able to now understand not only the language but do well in his academics as well. So when you think of a student, or when I think of a student like that who push back on the entire system to beginning to transition into and then overcame everything, every obstacle that you could think of, to the point of his mom being able to also be successful, not in the written language but in the understanding
Right.
of in the spoken language of English. And to this day the parent still comes on to the campus to say thank you.
Amazing. And I'm
So
sure
that was the
that
short
10x.
version.
Well, that's the type of principal and now superintendent we get to have at the Gateway Early College High School because, Stacy and I would argue the entire team, they will literally do anything in their power to help students get through whatever barrier, whatever issue that they have that they're encountering. So with that, even if we could take up to 400 students, because I think that's what our charter limits us to, um,
Yes.
the ratio of professional to student is fairly manageable number. I think that allows for that special attention and going above and beyond for any student who needs it.
Stacy, how many years have you been on that campus? Not necessarily in your current position, but on campus.
13 years.
13 years.
14
So
in January.
Mm.
yeah, let me shine a light on that real quick, and then we're going to get to a fun lightning round, and then get you both off to doing what you're doing. But
Okay.
here's the
Absolutely.
thing. 13 years is probably 4 or 5 you know, cycles for a
Longer.
superintendent or a school principal. You got staying power. And in my work, I find that there are a lot of climbers, those that are I'm doing the work so I can do the work someplace else. I'm getting my reps. And you've gotten your reps, but you're choosing to just go deeper where you're at. I find lots of dreamers that sit back and want to go to conferences and learn about all things, but not do much of anything. Okay. And unfortunately, you see it just too many coasters out there as well. Just those that are employed and, um, yeah, I I'm not gonna get into that 'cause it'll ruin all of our days. You're a builder, Stacy, but the partnership that you've been able to put together, with Dr. Diaz here and at Gateway, you're building some phenomenal things, and my guess is 13 years in, you're just starting. You're just getting started. You've established something that is going to be advanced light years beyond what you could even imagine coming into that role 13 years ago. So I just want to shine the light on you and the work that you've done and the team that you built and the great people that you surround yourself with. Press on, good sir. You're doing amazing work. Amazing work.
Well, I
Yes.
appreciate that, but I'm definitely supported and challenged by Amy. So, I enjoy.
My two favorite words.
Exactly. If I could have a boss besides Miss Becky, yeah, it truly would be Amy. She's yeah, beyond. She's differentiated from everybody else that I've ever bumped into. And support
Absolutely.
and challenge is what it's all about.
Support and challenge.
She's got your back, but you know that you can't be as good as you were yesterday.
That's right.
Yep.
That's right.
Gotta be better.
Okay, quick lightning round. You're both are doing superhuman work, so we're just gonna like focus on how human you really are. My guess is you've gotten to know each other pretty well over the last decade or so together. Um, let's do some guess games. This is like I don't know what game show this would be. I don't study game shows, but Amy, you're going to guess Stacy here. Stacy
Okay.
walks into a meeting and there's a plate of donuts. What's he doing?
Well, it depends on if it's a donut hole or a full donut, but he's gonna eat it. Chances are he's gonna eat it, but I know he likes donut holes because he brings donut holes to work quite
There it
frequently.
is. Okay, he's consuming. Stacy, Amy's stuck in traffic on the way to a big meeting at the district office. What's she doing?
Probably on another meeting.
Just getting it done.
On the
most,
phone.
most likely get it done on the phone
Getting it
meeting
done.
or in the car.
Hands free though. Hands free.
Hands free. Thank you.
For sure.
For sure.
Yeah. Right, right. So Amy, Stacy's in a meeting that really should have been an email. What's his tell?
Oh, he's so respectful. You're not gonna have a tell, but afterwards, when he and I are meeting up here in my
Hmm.
office, he's going to tell me, couldn't that meeting have been an email?" But in the meeting, you're not gonna know. He's too professional.
Full on respect. Stacy, somebody just pitches Amy an idea that's just not going to work in the hallway, walking from one meeting to the next. What's her face doing?
She's attentively listening.
Mm,
For sure. For sure.
I'm
what's
trying
her
to
tell?
have
May
my
not be
poker
what her mind is
face,
thinking,
right?
but yes,
Mhm.
not be what her mind is thinking, but it's definitely going to be attentive.
Fun, fun. Amy, Stacy's got 30 minutes, unexpected free time. Yeah, when would that ever happen? But what is he doing? He got just 30 minutes.
30 minutes of free time. I think he's probably out walking the halls, checking on students, checking on his teachers, his principal. He's management by walking around for sure.
Optimizing that time.
Yeah.
Mhm. Stacy, Amy's in a boring, boring, boring PD session. Probably never has ever happened before. But where is she mentally during that PD session?
You know, Amy's multitasking on her phone, probably doing some shopping while also answering emails.
I'm trying to slyly do it without
Right.
anyone noticing,
Uh-huh.
right?
Without
I'm
the
I'm taking notes
notification.
on my phone.
So good. Okay, you valley people. Amy, it's 105 degrees in Phoenix in April. I don't know.
That could
What
be. Mhm.
what's Stacy complaining about in that heat?
He is wishing for an indoor track and field facility so that his athletes that he trains on the side aren't exposed to those conditions while they're training.
Yeah, for those that don't know,
For
wow,
sure.
the work that you're doing with students. What's the name of that organization, Stacy?
AZ Speed Track Club.
There it is. It's a
Yes,
real
sir.
thing. Yeah,
It's a real.
Yep.
yeah. Stacy, Amy's at karaoke, or is it karaoke? I don't even know. Karaoke. Is she looking for one song? It's like I got to find that one song.
One, you got to get her on stage. So let's start there first. If we
Right.
can get her on stage, she's
You'll
most
lure me
likely
up
looking
there.
for right, most likely looking for a Pat Benatar song.
Ooh, hit me. Love it.
Yeah.
Love it.
I love her register, right? I know
Uh-huh.
I can hit the notes.
Got
My
it.
voice is kind of
Bang,
low.
bang, bang, bang. All right. Last question, both of you. There's a documentary being done in 2035 on this high school college combination. It's such a unique thing, and it has advanced beyond what I bet both of you could imagine today. But the documentary crew is really zeroing in on how healthy of a partnership the legacy of this campus has had. In a word or maybe a phrase, what's one thing that you'd want to have included in that documentary interview? I'll start with Amy first.
Well, I love the fact that you just asked what we wanted included because I would say like inclusion. The high
Ah,
school is fully submersed in the college setting, but there is we include each other in our planning cycles in the way that we um, work through the different systems. So I think inclusion,
such a
true
powerful,
partnership by way of inclusion.
powerful. Stacy, your turn.
I'd have to elaborate on that as well. I wish we could attend a 4-day schedule so that we could communicate the inclusiveness of how to make things work in this particular
Yeah.
environment. There are so many offerings through the community college, and you're never able to communicate and collaborate on all of them, but they will all help our students be successful.
I think this is the whatever it takes crew here, folks. It just tells you everything. All right, it just brings it all home. This model, it is, I believe, it is a national model. There might not be many other examples of other people. I've signed a lot of MOUs for concurrent enrollment,
Mhm.
processes and things like that that were absolutely garbage because they didn't have really the heartbeat of partnership in mind. So I think that is, it really takes the right humans to be building the right system for this thing to work. If people want to learn more about this model, where could they go to just learn more about your success system, Stacy, and not necessarily for enrollment purposes because you are full, maybe to get on the waiting list, but
Mhm.
where would you drive them?
Well,
Uh,
I would say based on this podcast, they should message Stacy on LinkedIn,
There it is.
right?
You
Or
are on
what
LinkedIn
else would
now,
you
aren't
say?
you, Stacy?
I am. You
I'm,
remember we talked about that
I'm calling
that
you up.
support challenge?
Hmm.
Yes, that's part of the challenge.
I'm calling you up.
I am. Yes, I am.
It's not about what you need. People need the
It's about what
opportunity to reach
yes.
out and learn from you, sir.
Mhm.
So
Thank you.
Absolutely.
I am on
get that
LinkedIn.
profile established. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so it's this model. It's not. I think people are so busy. I think this is not about being busy. It's being brave enough. If you're a superintendent of schools, to actually have the right conversation with your community college president to say, what could we truly do better together, and vice versa. So you can learn more from Stacy on LinkedIn. Go find them. Or is there a web address that you would drive them to?
Gateway Early College High School.
There it
Type
is.
that
It
in.
just
You
rolls,
will find
doesn't it?
Yep.
it. Absolutely.
Google it and you'll find it.
Yep.
Mhm.
Google
Do we
it and you'll
say
find it.
do we say go geckos? Does that work for both of you?
Geckos. We're both
Yes,
geckos.
go
College
Gators.
Okay.
and
Yes,
the high school students.
absolutely.
We're all geckos.
Go
Yep.
geckos. Thanks for joining us, folks. This has been just off the charts. You're going to want to replay this one a few times. Thanks again, Stacy and Amy.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thanks
Joe.
for having me.